The season of Advent gives us the opportunity to not only prepare for the Lord's birth on Christmas, but also his return. Join me now on Skype to talk about some of the best ways to do that is Monsignor Robert Panke, pastor of St. John Neumann Parish in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Monsignor, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate your time. As we near the end of week 1 of Advent and prepare for week 2, what do you think we should be keeping in mind about this holy season and about its meaning?
Yeah, like you said, it's such a grace time. We get to prepare for the King. We get to prepare to have a King enter our homes, our lives, our hearts. So it's something we should really, really take seriously. And if we haven't started to prepare, to start today as we go into week 2.
Any advice on how we can best put that into practice? What can we do?
I think there's 3 things we can look at: prayer, penance, and charity. Prayer, just to pray in a new way, a way that perhaps you weren't praying before. I suggest spending 5 or 10 minutes with the gospel of each day at Mass. It's such a beautiful way to enter into the season. Penance, certainly with the coronavirus, there's a lot of penance in our lives perhaps already, but something that we love that perhaps we can give up, or something that we were struggling with to offer for the souls that need grace. And charity. I mean, God is love. And so, especially in this time, in a difficult time, we want to make sure that we gave our all and we were charitable and helped those in need, perhaps those who are lonely too, to reach out to them. So those 3 things, prayer, penance, and charity, are 3 things we can really focus in on.
Yeah, and you mentioned difficult time. As we know, it's been a difficult time for a lot of folks, especially those who are experiencing challenges. What would you say to them as maybe they're struggling to find joy even during this Advent season?
Yeah, perhaps a little meditation would be the Holy Family coming into Bethlehem. And, they were shut out, and poor Joseph was trying to find a home for his bride and to have his child. And it was a difficult time, but as we look at the beautiful images of the birth of Jesus, there's a lot of struggle, but a lot of love. And if we could feel ourselves being at home in Bethlehem with Jesus, Mary, and Joseph and the shepherds, and to kind of remain there and know that while we may be struggling, we're also loved and surrounded by love in the Holy Family, and try to raise our hearts to that reality.
Yeah, I love that. Monsignor, before we let you go, do you have any advice or maybe any reflections that you can share with our viewers during this season?
Well, I would stay close to the heart of Jesus, which overflows with love for you. For those of you who are struggling in your relationship with Christ, know that he is a God of mercy and love. You might want to go to confession. It's just a beautiful experience to pour your sins and your heart into the God of mercy and love, who's going to embrace you and bring you to a new place of freedom. So do not be afraid to reach out to God ever more fully in this holy season.
Monsignor, thank you so much for your time and for coming on today. We really appreciate it.
God bless you. Thank you for having me.